my goal and I see your face, I will forever bow and worship you. Till I hear well done and my assignment's through, I will forever bow and worship you. I'll give you more than this. I'll give you more than this. Not just a little, not just a part of me. Till you wipe all tears and there's no more pain, I will forever bow and worship you. Till you crack the sky and the dead arise, I will forever bow and worship.
Absolutely loving this one from CC Winans.
Said I'll give you
More Than This Sanctuary.
more than this. I'll give you more than this. Not just a little, not just a part of me. Not just a little, not just a part of me. Everything I will lay it down
CC Winans with this one.
at your feet.
Yeah. More Than This Sanctuary.
I've poured out an offering. Lord,
When you think about it, how much more can we give than we can humanly possibly give? How much can we probably give back to say, God, we appreciate everything you've done for us? Can we ever give enough? And does that mean we shouldn't give at all or shouldn't give as much as we can because we can't outgive God?
Lord, right here and now, all I am is yours. I'll give you more than this. I'll give you
Saying good evening to our friends on Facebook, our friends on YouTube, also on WhatsApp, our WhatsApp group. Good evening to you. It's a beautiful Sunday evening. I'm not sure exactly what your idea is of giving more. And if you could, how much more would you possibly, how much more can you possibly give? Because he doesn't want your gold, he doesn't want your silver, he doesn't want your money. So what could you possibly give him that you haven't given him already? You give him your heart, right? But is it enough to give him just your heart? What else can you give the one who has given you everything? Have you ever had your joy stolen from you by the enemy? How many persons can relate to it? Your joy, your happiness taken from you. How many can relate to that?
Lord, you are.
At some point in our lives, we do feel like, there's nothing left in us to give. We're left dry. We're empty. We're all churched out. Yeah.
Lord, you are holy. My life is only to worship you. My heart cries holy. Lord, you are holy. My life is only
1 verse 11 says, "Do not cast me from your presence. Take not your Holy Spirit away from me." We cannot afford for that to happen, right? His presence means so much to us.
I'll give you more than this. I'll give you more than this. Not just a little, not just a part of me, but I'll give you more. Say, not just a little.
It has been a very, very trying week for many of us. As a new week starts out on a Sunday, I just want to encourage you to prepare yourself for what is ahead. Yeah, because there are some great trials ahead. This walk is not an easy one, right? Just so you know, let me remind you. 61 is more than a sanctuary. Yeah. So remember what happened last week? How you've been through the fire. You've been through the wrong. You've been through trials and tribulations. Guess what? You haven't seen the last of it. But you know what? There is an advocate. There is a hope. Whatever you're going through, you're not alone. And that is something you can always take to the bank, right? You can bank on his words when he tells you, you are never, ever alone.
'Cause once I was a beggar, now I live in the king's house. Because red was the blood.
But today we're talking about how we rear our children. So listen, are we doing things differently from what the Bible is advocating us to do? To spare the rod? Are we saying we should not be doing those old archaic ways of punishing our kids for the things that they do? How we move away from the principles of the Bible? Talk to me. And are we responsible for every generation? I saw a post today that said, we are who we are because of those who raised us.
Sometimes your words.
So should we be blamed for every generation that comes after us? The things that we fail to do, the values we fail to instill, and the morals. Yeah.
'Cause I've got dreams that can seem to give me troubles. Lying in a pit, but I'm walking the palace now. And once I was a beggar, now I live in a king's house. Because red was the blood that saved me, wine was a light that pulled me from the dark. Gold was a crown you placed upon my head that showed me who
Blendon Lake with a coat of many colors. On a Sunday, just taking things nice and easy, you know? I want to apologize for the absence of the show for the past couple of weeks. I've been away, yeah, I've been doing some crazy work. But I always had you in my thoughts, all right? Just, you know, for a couple of days, not true. But I'm back. I'm back, all right? Yeah. So good evening to Auntie Ermin. Ermin McLean is watching us. Good evening, Auntie Ermin. Right, Cliff Cunningham, good evening to you as well, all right? Trust you had a great week last week. Trust you had a great time. For those persons who is in America, yeah, July the 4th, Independence, happy belated Independence Day to you, all right? July 4th, yeah. What did you do? Where did you go? How was the fireworks? Did you watch that? And to our friends in Jamaica, good evening to our friends in Jamaica, all across the Caribbean. Very good evening to you. All right, yes, it is. Coat of many colors, man. They're called Blendon Lake with that one. Yeah.
The best songs on the radio. This is my only favorite station.
Zine 107.5.
So what are we doing about indiscipline in our kids? How do we discipline our kids? Are we doing it the way the Bible said we should do it? By not sparing the rod or spoiling the child? How are we doing it these days? How have we moved away from the way it used to be? Was it barbaric back in those days where flogging was the only way of punishing a child for things that he or she does? And are we doing it still? Should we downplay it? Should we not do it? How do we hold our children accountable? Can we punish them? Do we say, okay, no Instagram for a week, no Facebook, no TV? And does it really work? No, big and serious. It really work? Come on, I like to know if it work. Because, I mean, back in the day when I was growing up, I didn't have those luxuries. So the only thing for me was a belt, a good spanking, or caning from the teacher. So what is it that we should be doing that we're not doing? And are we responsible for how each generation turns out? For what are we lacking to do what the things they normally do? Have we gotten soft or too passive as parents? Or is it that our children have become so well behaved that we no longer see the need to enforce certain punitive action? Let me hear your thoughts tonight in the show. All right? If you're just joining us, welcome to the show. It's the whole of Adrian Cunningham. Listen to Aunt Jesus. And good evening, Auntie Ermin. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening. How are you? Welcome to the show. Blessings to you, all right? Yes, indeed.
When you feel like you want to stray, when all around you gives way, take your troubles to the Lord. Ask Him to take them.
And Ermin says, no, take away the light and put them in a corner. Does that work for you, Auntie Ermin? Does that really work, though? I mean, and for how long? How long should they go into the corner? I mean, nowadays, I mean, America's way of doing things that you're grounded for 2 weeks. But is that really a good way of doing things? I know, right? And of course, you cannot take away the rights of a child, because children have rights too. So where do we strike a balance when it comes down to our children?
your burden found. Oh, rest in the arms of the Lord. There are times when your heart is filled with grief and pain, but Jesus understands. He's there to help you. Oh, just go down on your knees, ask him to fix it for.
So what does Proverbs 19 verse 18 says about how we should discipline our children? And is it that it's too old-fashioned? Should we try newer methods? I don't know, but what do you think? Dr. Ermin, if we do take away the things that they love the most, every time they go overboard, she says, until they get the message. Is it effective though? And could you be brought before the court for child negligence or child abuse? What are we doing to our kids these days?
There are times
some of them you can't talk to them, you know that. You know you can't talk to some of them. Right? When you get to 13, 12, 13, you can't talk to them. Not true.
But I'm here to tell you that Jesus,
but you mean them well, and sure you want the best for them.
And rest in his heart. Hallelujah. When your family will not help, when you're all by yourself, Jesus will hear your earnest cry, and he will answer. Oh, his promises never fail. If you believe, your ship will always sail. So rest in his comforting arms. Oh,
the arm of Jesus with his
rest in Jesus.
So effective ways we can administer punishment. Or it sounds kind of strong. The word punishment kind of sound a little bit too strong, though. You know that, not true. Can we use the next word? How do we come across as being politically correct? And I say punishment. If you want to use the word discipline, and gone are the days when it takes a village to raise a child, because these days, you know, the mother are confident to have a village. Channel 6 on the sound of 107.5 Zine FM on a Sunday evening. Yours truly TJ going till 11 o'clock, alright?
Don't let him get you down. Don't let him see you.
Good evening, Karen. Good evening, Karen, for joining us. Thank you so much, Karen. Not getting any notifications. I'm so sorry. I'm not sure what's happening from that end. Maybe you might need to try going into your settings and see if you can add some things to that, all right? But certainly, it's good to see you. Sister Karen, welcome to the show. And wanted to weigh in on the topics tonight. Tonight's topic about disciplining our child. Yeah, if you're just joining us, we're talking about ways in which we can administer good parenting skills for our children. All right? And I mean, let's talk about it a little bit. So we would love to know that every child is well behaved. The truth is they're not. So, are you going to let them just run freely around the house and do whatever they want to do? And does it mean that if you have to punish them, you don't love them as much? Or does it mean that if you let them run up and down all the place free, do whatever they want to do, it's because you don't care as much to administer discipline? And there are also other issues as well, because oftentimes the very parents are children themselves, so they don't know better. They don't know better. And over time, the methods of disciplining your child would have eroded, broken down, and they're no longer enforced in the homes. They're no longer as effective as they were 25 years ago. And you might question it and say, listen, am I doing the right thing? What should I try next? And will it get me in trouble? If I'm not doing what the Bible admonishes us to do, am I then going against the Bible's principles and teachings as a parent? So these are some really heartfelt discussions that we need to have within ourselves. And sometimes you might think, no man, I'll talk to him, I'll talk to her. Sit there and talk to her, she'll understand. But they won't. There are some kids who will look you straight in the face, we call it bare face, and do the very same thing you ask them not to do. It comes with a lesson and choices that we have to make as we go about parenting, right? Think about it. So Karen says, no, they're going to listen to me when I speak. So is it the how you speak to them then that commands their attention? Do we say it in a stern voice? Listen to me. How do we speak, Karen? How do you command the attention from your kids and allow them to listen? Listen. So true. A lot of kids are having kids, she says. Thank you so much, Lady Karen, right? Welcome to the show.
I hear the sound of a suffering children. Their cries have been entered before my throne. Many have fainted from their suffering, run from the grace of my covering. Where must they turn? They truly do not know. Oh, come away.
Do we try the soft and subtle approach first? You know?
Put on your garment in your place.
Is it just merely trial and error to see which method works?
Wake up, people. Shake off the dust and tell the people of my grace. Oh. You have been sleeping far too long now. The world has been waiting much too long now. It's time to get up and pray for peace. It's time we give the prisoners their release. The whole world is waiting in expectation of your manifestation. So come awake, awake. Wake up, people. On your garment. Oh,
so do they really listen to us when we talk to them? Listen, you're too hard, yes, you know. It got through one ears, come to the next one. Okay, so let's go to Imogene. Imogene, good evening to you, Imogene. Welcome to the show tonight. Welcome. Joan says, children nowadays, I'm glad I had mine many moons ago because it's very, very hard now. Too much red tape, she says, right? Thank you so much, Sister Joan, for that one.
The people have sold their souls for
She's right. There's so many advocacy groups around these days.
And sanctions.
Yeah, man, if the children sneeze too hard, you know, them come to the pit and take them from you, not true.
I will not sit idly and let this stand. So before I release my judgment hand, go tell the people of the
So parents say some of them dry eye. And will still do what you told them not to do. If they don't listen to this stern voice, they're going to be punished. No computer, no game, no phone until weekend. And they have to go to Sunday school. A bigger one's church. Oh my God. I know. They have to know the type of friends that they have. Interesting. She goes on to say that, dealing with these young kids is a whole different breed, not true. A whole different generation. Yeah, man. Awake, O Zion is the name of this one. Big song.
hear the sound of a suffering children.
And I think sometimes we too, as parents, are to be blamed because sometimes you'll hear certain outbursts. And you say, oh, this is so cute, that's so cute. And nothing cute about it. The child acts out something he saw on TV or here on social media. And so we don't nip it in the bud and say, no, that is wrong. We say it's cute. And we allow it to escalate to a point where it's no longer cute. But by then, we can't tell if it's a boy and not do it. And that's what I'm saying? Yeah. So, of course, Auntie Urban says, you know what? Well, if the grandchildren don't even know, you know. So, do we tone down with the grandkids? Because, yeah. Do we go easy on the grandkids as well? Because they're so young, so innocent. I don't know.
The whole world is waiting in expectation of your manifestation. So come awake, awake. Wake up, people. Oh, stand in your place. Come away.
But you know, we have to also look about double standards as well, because the master boy, but me see you do the same thing what me I do. You know, so we have to be examples of what we say, practice what we preach. So we cannot be held liable for their outbursts or their reactions. So can you imagine you telling a child not to smoke when you're smoking? Or don't do this? And it's the very same thing you are doing. So the poor people confused. But we don't understand you say me do that. But me see you do it. And they will tell you. How dare you tell me not to do X, Y, Z and I'm seeing you doing it? So we have to be object of change, right? Our lifestyle must be exemplary. So when we command that respect from a child and say, listen, don't do this, them can back answer and say them see you are doing it. Not true. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Shake off the dust and tell the people of my grace. Come awake, oh Zion. Wake up, Zion. Put on your garment and stand in your place, oh Zion. Oh, shake off the dust, shake it off, the people of my grace. Oh Zion, Zion, Zion.
Wake up, Zion. 2016.
Oh, put on your garment, and stand in your place. Come awake, awake, oh Zion. Shake off the dust and tell the people of my grace.
All right, Awake, O Zion, the name of that one is 1016. And tonight's discussion, we're talking about parenting skills and how do we address the issues that are out there. How we become too laid back and allowing our children to run around the place and us cause havoc. What are we doing to our kids? Are we just laying back and just say, listen, don't go and do anything, anything you know what to do. You know what I mean? Karen says parents need to stop watching certain things on phone or TV. Watch what you speak around them. That is true. Because sometimes you're on your tablets or you're on your phone and you're scrolling by and they're seeing your feeds. They're seeing what you're watching. They're seeing what you are reading. And they think it's okay. Mommy, I do it, Daddy, I do it, it's fine. You know? And the movies you watch sometimes are not PG rated. So, what are you exposing your child or your children to? And how do you expect them to act differently when you are not making that safe space for them? Emma Jean says, please tell Miss Joan good night, long time don't hear her. Okay. Mr. Joan, good evening to you. Sister Emma Jean says she not hear you this long time. So she said, big up yourself. Yeah? Yeah, big up yourself and glad to see you on the live. To all our friends that's just joining us, welcome to the show. We're talking about disciplining our kids and how we do it. Do it with love? Do we try the subtle approach? Do we try the stern approach? Do we feel things out a little bit, trial and error? Because parenting styles differ. And if there are both parents in the home, there has to be a collaborative approach as to how we do this. So the child should not feel as if certain things can slip by daddy or mommy, while some things won't. There must be communication, and there must be a code of ethics in the home. So if a child go to his father or to his mother, and the same response he might go get. Not true. But it's an active practice to do, and we can never give up. Keep trying different methods. Take out the laptop and the phone. I don't know. Another thing we can try too is what? Restricting phone access. No phone calls, or restricting screen time. Many ways of trying to enforce. And not only do we discipline them as well, but we must show them the right thing too. So they need to understand why they are being disciplined. They're being disciplined. What is triggering it? And what is the right thing to do? Yeah? Sister Emrin says they have to be on the same page. Exactly. They have to be on the same page. Now, the grandmothers or the grandparents might be a little bit relaxed. They may not be as harsh as they were before on their own kids. And so these little grandkids now, they're so cute, so innocent, that they kind of scale back. Them scale back, you know. Yeah, man, them scale back. I think kids know who them can go to. Them know. And if you know them study you. Listen. Them study you. Them know exactly when them can push a button or how far they can push them boundaries with you. And if you let them, trust me, they'll go very, very far. Very, 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 very far. All right, getting some more music back in there. It's just about 10:20. Let's go back to the comments. So keep the comments coming in, guys. So are we neglecting the biblical principles of sparing the rod and spoiling the child? Because it doesn't work. Or you could be in trouble with the law. Or you're afraid of your child hating you for becoming a stern disciplinarian. Many persons who want to be on the same, and we want to be on the good graces with our kids. So we try our very best not to offend the child or to be too hard on the child, because some of us think that if we don't tell them certain things or implement certain things, they won't love us as much. They won't want to be around us. And that's so far from the truth. We're going to have to understand that sometimes these things come as tests as well. They want to see how much you are prepared to take on the whole length. How far can they go?
Yes, man, yes.
How many buttons can they push?
That's one thing.
Before you give in.
Yeah.
It is a wonderful thing to be a father or mother. And parenting is important.
Mercy never fails me. All my day I've been held in your hand.
And speaking of parenting, my mother is on the live. Good evening to Mrs. Barbara Reed, who's on the live with us. And she was a stern woman. She had 2 boys, me and my brother. And she had to be strong. She had to be stern. But which of them is harder to take care of? Boys or the girls? Who get more talking, boy or girl? Who is more likely to act out and behave irrational? I know as a father, I have a soft spot for the girls. So, admittingly, I'll say that I will not be as harsh with the girls as I would with the boys. it doesn't mean I love them anymore than the boys. But there's certain things that I go do, yeah. I know, yeah, man. What are your thoughts? Talk to me.
Held in your hand from the moment that I wake up until I lay my head. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so, so good. Yes, every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. You know I love your voice, for you have led me through the fire in darkest nights. You are close like no other. You know I've known you as a father. You know I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. Oh yeah, all my life you have been faithful.
So at what age is it appropriate to be spanking a child? Or, I mean, what would you say to a parent who spanks his child at 4 years old or 5? Because at 4 or 5, does that child understand why he or she has been punished? And are we acting out our anger, our frustration? Are we projecting this on the child? You just can't bother. You're tired. You can't bother, yeah, man. Listen, there's a very thin line between abuse and punishment, right? Good evening to Shakira in the house. Good evening, Shakira. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Yeah, it's good to have you, right? Talking about disciplining a child and, child rearing. Yeah, tonight's topic, right? When it's too far.
I give you everything. Oh, your goodness is running after me. Oh, all my life you have been faithful. All my life you've been faithful to me. All my life you have been so, you've been so good to me, Lord. Every breath that I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness.
And then there are some parents, and I'm going to get a flogging for this. I'm going to get a bit of a flogging for this. But yeah, I don't believe if I punish my child, I should renege on what I did until I'm sorry. No, you've been punished. So you cannot punish a child and be going back and say, boy, me never sorry, man, me never mean to tell her, you're too bad, your ears too hard. By saying you're sorry, you're downplaying what you did. You are nullifying the action you took as a punitive measure to put that child in line. Maybe you can say, boy, maybe I shouldn't be so hard on the child, or maybe I shouldn't spank her so hard, or sometimes we take certain action which may be a bit too abrasive, or can you be too strict? And so, is it right? Should we really go back and say we're sorry for being hard or being strict? My mother had to raise me and my brother, 2 boys with me. And I was under her roof pretty much till I was about 21, 22. My mother didn't play. She didn't play. She never romped. And she had to be firm for her boys because boy Pitney, yeah, them can be a handful. And as a single mother, she had to be firm, even when deep down inside it's paining her. But it's the straight face approach and the stern look. I know for a very fact that even my grandmother, before she passed on, she would give you that look. And you saying it's only a look? Only a look. That look there, that says, yeah man, and you just squeal up. So those are some things that's how you know say mama have things under control, you know. Yeah man, she don't even touch you. Only a look can put you back in place. Indeed, right? It's 10:29 on the show, guys. It's the Good Evening Gospel Show on a Sunday, right? We're talking, you know, we're welcome, mates, you know. Please search up the comments board and give me some likes and shares as well, right? Here's Jermaine Edwards, The Heart Like Yours.
I may not look like the way you want me to, nor I may not do it just...
But on a serious note, though, sometimes, you know, we don't beat them, you feel sorry for them, you know. And then you see what comes to Ocean. You, oh gosh, it's funny. So you are the one who's administering the punishment. And then you turn around and say, come here, oh, sorry, I don't mean to do it, you know. And the child just say, okay. pull up this one, bring one. Jermaine Edwards. Back inside the show with this one, right? Lady Shakira, good evening to you. Lady Ermin, Sister Ermin Laclean, Sister Ima Jean. Karen in the house as well, Sister Barbara. Welcome.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I may not look like the way you want me to, nor I may not do it just like you do, but I wanna stay true to the kingdom, be relevant and be a true Christian. I wanna feed the poor, the widows and the orphans, be a light in the middle of the darkness, so they see my good works and glorify God in heaven. Hey, I have no time to sit and talk about no one sin, unless it's with the one I'm going to be helping. If you can't speak positive, then close your mouth. Who is you to be judging? Oh, look into your life and tell me what you see. Every day you wake, you should be busy working out your salvation, building a firm foundation. Yeah. God's love spreads wider than the widest ocean.
Jean says a single mom, right to spank a child, don't push her. Yeah. Yeah, man, if you beat her, but I beat her and push her back, you know what I mean? Or him. You are nullifying the effect. You're cancelling out the act of the punishment. You can't push. Sometimes it pain your heart, you know, deep down inside you feel it in yourself. Oh God, she'll cry. And, you know, you just want to hug her and tell her say sorry. Yeah, tell her sorry. Yeah. Stand your ground, right?
But my neighbors migrated from it. But you said I should love them same way.
And listen, you don't watch the body language too, you know, because sometimes, you know, you're acting out. And the body language is speaking volumes that they're like, what are you doing, you know? So they're saying, listen, I'm not pleased with what you're doing. And even in that same manner, you have to make them know, so listen, hey, what you do? And that cut tie and the full hand thing and the kimbo thing. Listen, man.
That demonstrates his own love to us. In that while we were sinners, Christ died for us. Hey, oh Lord, here I am.
Jermaine Edwards, Heart Like Yours, yeah.
I've seen you again.
Even just joining us, going to say I'm so sorry for not being here last week, guys. I humbly apologize for not being with you, and my job took me away from my shift. But I'm gonna try and be here as often as I can. I can't promise I'm gonna hear every night. You know what I mean? But yeah, pray for me. Just pray for me. Yeah, pray for me. Pray for me, please, please.
In that while we were sinners,
Oh man.
Christ died for us.
Sophia says not my mother. No,
Just as sin,
no sorry from her, right? Oh man.
like yours, Lord. I wanna love like yours, Lord. Give me more of you.
Listen, take care of the what? 1 toes down or 10 fingers too? Discipline is a must. Nah, save no rod for spoil a child. Yeah, man, for real. We have to be firm, guys. We have to be firm. It doesn't matter which generation they are in. Yeah. What do you want to call them? Gen Z or what you want to call them? Yeah, if you're wrong, you're just wrong. Not true. Yeah, man.
Myself, but my neighbors, my
Thank you guys for the comments. Keep them coming in, all right?
You said I should love them same way. Be kind and loving just the same. I can't understand your love is
Take care. What you say? You not go. Call Bashing and say, I'm sorry. Me lick you too hard.
the way you do, but I'm willing to take
Was I being too firm on you?
persecuted for no
Was I
reason.
being too harsh? Oh, she, I'm sorry. You hear? So come here. I'm sorry. Oh, sh.
You still
But
get
next time, don't do that, man. Sure.
another day. God demonstrate his own love to us.
But give it to Sophia. Welcome to the show, Sophia. And all the listeners, she says, right?
Christ died for us. Oh Lord, here I am. I'm just asking you again. For a heart like yours, Lord.
So, do we allow other people to also do the same kind of punishment? Or should we restrict it only to ourselves? So, here's the thing. So, we're saying, okay, so I am your mother, I'm your father, I reserve the right to punish you. That means, say, if you go to school tomorrow and Miss beat you, come back to me and tell me. Or if Master Joe see you do anything around him and talk to you too hard, come back and tell me. Do we restrict their punishment to only ourselves? Because we know our children best and we know how far to go or what we should do, or their habits and their personality. So we reserve the right to be the gatekeepers. Only we for beat, only we for talk to them a certain kind of way. Or do we say, no, it takes a village to raise a child. Just don't lick him or her, but you can talk to them and let them know that them do something wrong. So do we open up our children to disciplining everybody? Can just come in and just talk to them and tell them, listen, don't do that. Or do we say, no, our will must talk to them. We birth them and male will talk to them any kind of way. Your comments, important to us. 1037 Z107.5 on a Sunday. Our friends on YouTube, our friends on Facebook, good evening to you. Welcome.
Oh, Jesus.
So here this is coming in from Shakira. She says, it takes a village to raise a child and maintain accountability, but it has to be, I think she wants to say, it has to be well communicated village. That they are that are some of the same standards, beliefs, and practices. So in other words, it must be the same structural or corporate way of punishing that child, be it from home or within the school environment. So should I say then that it's okay for anyone Mass Joe, Miss Jeannie, anybody can talk to my child and say, listen, that's wrong. And speak to the child firmly or harshly, without coming across as abusive, with all good intent, of course, to bring that child back in line? Or do we say no? As the parents, we reserve the right to do that. Don't talk to him. If you see somebody with a fire gun, don't talk to him. If you see somebody with a fight or thief, don't talk to him. Tell me, let me handle it. Do you think it's a very good approach, though? I mean, do we leave everything up to ourselves? Or do we open the can of worms to say, listen, everybody can just act on your own free will? Call a spade a spade. Well, let us know your thoughts, right?
Psalm 41 and verse 11.
And we're moving on to more music right now, right?
Favored me, O God, for you never allowed my enemies to triumph over me. Hallelujah.
You make me stronger.
Shakira says, even Rio gets discipline in our house. And believe me, his mannerism and action proves he understands. Of course, Rio is the cat, right? You know that, right? Thank you, Shakira.
Watch me.
Nice. Oh, man.
From Jamaica to the Caribbean.
I tell you.
From Spain to Colombia. From Canada to the US. Uganda. You're my creator. Lord, you know my times. Seasons of breakthrough. My seasons of trial. So I will seek you, and you I will find.
Think about it though.
My strong tower.
Your way of doing things might be a bit subtle,
In you I will hide.
and somebody might be a bit more abrasive, right?
You
Yeah.
make me stronger. Oh, come on. Say, you make me stronger. I lift my spirit.
You're so right. Auntie Ermin says, I wouldn't say anyone over one because some don't have good intentions.
You fix my.
And you're right, Auntie Ermin. Thank you so much for that one. Yeah.
No, I know who I am. Sing that song. I used to run from battle, but you made
So
me strong
in all good intentions though, do we say then okay,
and mighty.
I'll tell your parents, let them deal with it.
I am.
I won't talk to you, I won't beat you, I'll tell your parents.
You made me stronger.
Oh, man.
I've been dead. Oh, but you're still here. Say you make me stronger. It's your voice. Sing it again. Say you make me stronger. The things that you've been through. You could have been dead. You could have been smoking.
Yeah.
But God has been.
And some things we have to be mindful of too for our children with special needs that don't understand when they've been punished or what they've been punished for. So we must understand our children. Yeah? Know them. Because what works on one person may not necessarily work on other person. Not true. Yeah, man. That's true. Let's go to Sophia. Let's go to comment number 2 on the screen. Sophia says, boy, I really take a lot out of us as mothers, you know. When I was growing up, 2 boys was not easy. My big son gave all the trouble. Oh my God. Sophia says, boy, I really take a lot out of us mothers. Me growing 2 boys wasn't easy. My big son gave all the trouble for my second son. Ever beat my last son, but big one have to take him around church back and fix him. And she said, that still did that work. Thank God for good pastor like pastor. My pastor, may her rest in peace. She had helped me with him. She says, sometimes spanking don't work. Sometimes spanking don't work. Listen, it's a boy Pitney. Oh boy, I tell you. A different breed, man. Different breed.
Listen, we're gonna do this in Swahili. Yeah. We're gonna go down to Mozambique, Malawi, Rwanda, Burundi, Zambia. We're gonna do this in Swahili. Listen, ufanya mimi yangu.
Raise your voice and shout, come on.
So other ways of being a disciplinarian is rewarding our kids, right? Yeah. So we will have them on a little bit of a restriction, and when they adhere to it, you reward them with a sweet or lollipop, like ice cream. But you know, it is what it is. There are methods you can use, whatever works for you. But some people say they're going to punish them first, and then they're going to reward them for changing or for being a good boy or a good girl. Rewards. I don't know. I don't know.
Decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus.
Knowing Sophia, my son has special needs, so I have to be careful how I administer certain type of punishment to him. Yeah, man. And Ermin says some of the girls, them give more talk than some boys. Interesting.
We will spend the billions. We will spend for Jesus.
Yeah.
The culture. We hear the sick.
It does something to me to my child crying though. I don't know. It's
Transform the nation.
kind of hard to let when you walk keep a straight face. But deep down inside, yeah, they don't care. You say, boy, you know what? Let them know. You don't want to see them cry. Not true. I feel sorry for them.
Hear the sick. We will raise the dead. Transform the nation. Till we hear well done.
To follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus.
Here's the last point I have for the last question I have for you guys. So, what's the cutoff point? When do you say, okay, yeah, no more punishment, no more beating? When I reach what, 13, 14? Or do we carry on through the early teens, late adulthood, 17, 18? When do we say enough is enough? I know some parents, listen, can beat you from 17 going to 18, right? Yeah, man. It's not easy up in there, listen.
I can't go back now. It's already too late. We can't turn back now. No more foolishness. No more laziness. It's already too late. We can't turn back now.
And many of us try to do it when it's too far gone, right? Yeah, some things you know what to do when they're younger, you can't try it again. You definitely cannot try it again when they're big. No, it just won't work. If you weren't firm enough when they were 4 to 6 years old or 7 years old, when you come on to 10-year-old, you don't try it again, man. No. And then life is just gone. Listen. 10:48 on a Sunday.
We'll stand for Jesus. Jesus. See, we shift the culture. We heal the sick. We raise the dead. Transform the nation. See, we hear well done. We return the world. We spend.
That is it, right?
We stand for Jesus.
Even if you don't want them to see that you're sorry, just don't show it. Not true. Yeah.
We raise the dead. Transform the nation. See, we hear well done.
Because sometimes we get carried away. Not true. We hand come on too heavy. Or we may say something that we didn't really mean. Not true. Yeah. And sometimes we have to be careful too how we do it, because sometimes we even make comparisons to, you know, you walk like a papa, you use words that are abusive, and you might draw a comparison like saying them walk like them father or them papa, and them walk and them have this and them have that, or you might draw a comparison to the child's sibling. Look how your brother well behaved and Ray. And so I'm not sure if those are effective ways of doing it, by comparing one to another, because it creates division as well amongst the siblings. So if there are more than one children in that household, it must never be seen as if you are more strict with this one than this one, or this one gets away with this one, with this, but that child doesn't get away. And it doesn't matter where that child falls in the lineage. If he was a firstborn, secondborn, or a washbelly, you have to maintain balanced punishment, because the siblings will grow up. They will grow up to detest each other and have feelings, because they might feel like you were the parent's favorite, or they were the black sheep. So you have to be careful, even within the household itself, where there are more than one children present, how you mete out those kind of punishment to get the results. So you cannot be heavy with this hand and be light with this hand, because at the end of the day, they are watching, they are observing, and they will ask questions. Not true. And you want to be fair. You want to be balanced. One of the worst thing you could ever hear from any child is that they love that one more than how you love that one. They love him more than how you love me. One of the worst things you can ever hear. Alright? Let's just go on. We're moving on. Coming down to the end of the show, it's 10:51. All about how we punish our children. Punishment. Is it something that we have given upon? We've gotten too passive about it? Let's talk. Tomorrow's going to be Memory Lane Mondays. Yeah, the show begins at 9 o'clock. Gonna hope I can get here in time for Memory Lane Mondays. Is that true? I want to say a big thank you to all those who joined me tonight on the live. I haven't seen you in a long time. You don't miss me? Because I'm see you now. Not true. Yeah, man. And I'm not even sure how often I'm going to be back on next week, you know. Let's hope and pray everything work out alright, yeah? Yeah, man. we want to make examples of our children, you know? Yeah. So others are looking on, they want to see how you guys handle. Let me tell you, kids are easy, you know. Listen, they will do things spitefully to see how you would respond to it. And they'll watch you intently to see how you would address certain situations so they can cross-examine you. And they'll say, remember, I did do this last time. Mommy did this to you. So when me did do the XYZ, she didn't do XYZ. Listen, they're gonna play. Tell you. Sophia said, Sophia said, we're beating stopping us, so we try a new formula. Just get silent and start singing, you know? So anytime the boys hear her start singing, they know she getting mad, right? Thank you, Sophia. No, man. Listen. No, it was stopping about because it's last week. We did busy, man. Busy last week. So every time we tried to come on time, it wasn't working. It was too late. They shouldn't stop, man. We're gonna keep doing it. Yeah? Yeah, man. Yeah. So listen. There's silent treatment. And you start sing. So the boys know what time it is, right? Oh, man. Yeah. All about the love, right? Yeah. But did you know when I was about 14, 15? Yeah. Me still get licking out. I'm 14, you know? I don't shape talk. But I'm 14, 15. Me still get beaten the same way, you know? It was my mother though, right? Mommy, you know yourself, right? No, but really and truly, mommy can't beat up. No, look here. Mommy can't beat an Austrian man who 14, 15, make him feel it. Not true. So listen, the days of holding and flogging are over. Now you start just throw projectiles. Anything you can find. Shoes, pot, pan, everything can fly. You have your dog. The most effective ways of trying to flog a child when you run on a side. Now listen, the older they get, the faster they become and the slower you become. So you can't even try staring after them. You can't. No. You pop yourself side. Don't try. Not big enough. Do not try to run after a teenager so you can beat them. You will be grossly embarrassed. If your child is anywhere near the 13, 14, 15, chances are that child is going to outrun you. They're more flexible, they're more agile, they can side pop, corner, miss. So, you know, some parents, I mean, my grandmother, she had a first, listen, the fear hand straight in the man. When she have fling pat for you, you know, remember tell us, if you have duck pat in the man. If you not duck it in the man, I go straight. So, yeah, old time people, we have punishment. Them can't catch you. So anything them find, boot, shoes, clock, TV, radio, it's coming at you. Yeah. Don't try it. Or, yes, Auntie Irvin, you're so right. Wait and catch them in bed when my sleep. Water in the face, Sophia. Listen, I have had personal experiences, man, with my grandmother, you know. Yeah, man. Grandmother, I said for me, you know, and I don't know. So me know do something wrong. But grandma, make me know wiser, man. She not beat me. She not talk harsh for me. She just played cool. So me know say, me do something wrong. But grandma now say nothing. Grandma now respond. So wait there. Mama now respond. She not gonna beat me? She not quarrel? Oh what? Okay. I be calm, I say, all right, man, I think it's cool. Grandma laugh a bit, you know. She laugh and talk to me like everything all right. It's a bedtime. When you're asleep, deep asleep, whop, 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 whop. Listen, I want the worst feeling you could have ever come across in the middle of your sleep. Listen, parents back in the day, they will hold it down for a while till you're asleep. Very, very good point, Auntie Irvin. Yeah, man. I done with it. Sophia say, I done with it till you are asleep. That is so, hey, listen. That is so true, you know. That is so true. You are asleep. Oh my gosh. And then, you know, by tomorrow morning, you forget about everything and you're no longer upset. And then get to it. It's true. Or when you are bathed, you know, watch I said for you. Listen, man, it's so important to have good communication with your kids. I want to thank you guys so much for coming on tonight and for sharing with me on the live. It's a blessing. You had me laughing, and yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. I'm going to be back here tomorrow at 9 o'clock, between 9 and 11 o'clock for Memory Lane Mondays. Hope you can join me if you can. I hope I'll be here. I'm going to pray for me, please. Yeah, I'm going to try and make it and be here. But until then, I see you tomorrow. Have a great evening, guys. And if I can't see you in the light, I'll see you what? In the midnight. Not true. Yeah, man. Be safe and be well. The brand new week ahead of us. Let us be vigilant and be on all good terms. Until then, I see you tomorrow at 9. Have a great evening. It's 11:01 on Zine 107.5. Have a good evening, guys. See you soon.
It's time to say goodbye for now. We'll have our second time around. But before you go, there's something I'd like to say. Everything's not what it seems. There's a stronger force behind the scenes. He's in our lives every day.